Hi,
Hello.
another Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Oh my God, I always do this.
Volumes. What's going on, people? Welcome Tuesday night, 10 o'clock. Could be UTV.
Hi, Christy.
Hi, Linda.
Hi, everybody. How we
What's up?
all doing tonight?
Well, you lamest people at home or on your phone right now. I mean, we love you because you're watching us, but it's Tuesday. I guess, I guess that's what we do on a Tuesday, huh?
Listen, I am loving. Look, check that out. How you like me now?
Your new sticker.
Yeah, look how cool that is.
And we could
Whoever's
read it
watching
the
me on
right
Facebook
way.
right now. It says Linda Lynn presents Could Be You TV as a sticker on my laptop. So that way when it faces the camera, you don't see a blank laptop.
Nope.
So, what you do this weekend, little girl?
I was in the city this weekend. I had a really good time. I was just enjoyed myself and ran amok. Yeah, I just was running the streets.
So you have fun? You had an exciting...
Yeah, it was good. I'm actually disappointed in myself because I saw Jason Momoa walking down the street, who is, if you don't know him, I mean, get on that because this guy is the shit. And he's a really good actor, and he's really, really smart, and he's really experienced and fun. And you got to check out some of the videos he's put up on YouTube about his family. Just beautiful stuff. But otherwise,
Who's
he's
this?
really
Is
hot.
that what, Aquaman?
Aquaman, yes,
From
the new
the-
Aquaman, or Game of Thrones. He's from Game of Thrones also.
I don't remember him from the Games of Thrones.
He's
but-
really, he's just really like inspiring. Like when I seen the one video that he did, it definitely was like a different side of an actor that you don't think is like that, and like
Right.
you see how he's about his family. It was just beautiful. But anyway, so I saw him in the city walking the other night, and it's weird because I'm very intuitive. Like I have so many more coincidences than I think the average person has, and I think it's just not like a psychic ability. I just feel like I'm very intuitive. So I saw the back of him. He was walking, and he wears this hat, this top hat, and he has these
All you
dreads.
saw was the back of it and you knew.
I knew it. And the side of him.
You're
I saw the
psychic.
side of him because he was talking to his kid. I saw
You're
his
definitely
kid.
psychic.
He was walking with his kid. And I said that, I turned to my guy and I was like, that's Jason Momoa. He was like, oh my God, you're right, blah, blah, blah. We were obviously not going to be those fans that run up to somebody and chase them in the street, especially when they're with their kids. We were like, oh, like,
I would have just ran and just like, tripped in front of him, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I didn't even know it was you.
Yeah, well, I mean, I probably shouldn't have because they would have called the cops on me. But no, it was cool because he's like, he had this look to him. He wears this top hat. If you don't know him, he's got this weird, like crazy look. So like right away, I'm like, oh my God, it's totally him. So I was like stalking his social media to be like, was he in New York? Was he in New York? And today I actually saw the video today that he was at Jimmy Fallon the other night. So
You know that I
I
would
was mad that I
never.
had to go say anything.
I am like aloof, I guess you want to say that. I don't know if any celebrities are really around me as normal, just walking in the street. Like I don't, unless somebody points them out to me. Like I remember a couple of years back, I was having dinner in the city somewhere, and my friend just kept saying, and I'm like, who is that? Like, what? And it happened to be back then it was Spider-Man. What's his name?
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, him.
The first Spider-Man, because
Yeah.
there's been like 4.
So I'm like,
3, I think,
oh,
4.
really? Okay. Like, and then of course went over there, took a picture with him, and but I would never, unless there's a commotion going on or who's, I can never recognize. Oh, you know who's that? Every time I go out, you know who's that? You know who's that? And I'm like, no, who? How do you not know who's that? I'm sorry, I don't recognize them as normal people next
Yeah,
to me.
you don't. I mean, sometimes you look at somebody and you won't think that it's them because you might like think that it is, but you're like, I mean, really, could it be? Because
No.
there's so many people that look like other people in this world, especially these days with plastic surgery. There's people out there that actually make themselves look like celebrities. So be careful who you think you're fanning because they'll probably pretend to take a picture with you. I've known a few people that thought, remember
Well,
right with
especially as
Kershaw?
that- yeah.
Right, Kershaw gets like
Kershaw,
taken
let's
as
give a shout out to
Odell.
Kershaw.
Kershaw, our boy
If you're
Kershaw.
watching.
Yes, people think he's Odell Beckham, which
He
is
was telling the
funny.
story how they were chasing him, and because he also drives like a Mercedes, I believe. So they were chasing him, and they were like doing, like in and out of traffic. He's like trying to get away from this guy or somebody who was trying to follow him
So
because
funny.
they thought he was, yeah, he thought that he was Odell Beckham. But so we have a great show tonight. We have a special guest, a special musical guest. He's an amazing, amazing singer-songwriter, and we're gonna have him on in a bit. But
Yes.
we have anything else?
Shout out to Colombia, by the way. Colombia in the house. I know you're all about, Boricua, but
Well, Boricua,
I've
Boricua
been
in the house.
extending my love to other, other Latin.
Oh, I wonder. But so we were talking about earlier.
Oh, we were talking earlier about just
The whole
things going on right now, and we try to like stay on some trending topics. We want to talk about what's going on, what people are seeing in social media and on the news. Because obviously, if we're talking about shit that you don't know about, why are you going to listen to us? But anyway.
Because all we do is talk shit.
So we were talking about, we came across a picture on social media today. Now, one thing I really hate talking about is the Kardashians because I feel like
Yeah,
people
I don't
either
even
love
know.
them or hate them. I don't really have like anything against them. I just think like, how it started out was like how crazy is that? And now look how popular and famous and how much money they have basically
Absolutely.
for
They're
building
like
an
an
empire off of that. So it's like,
And what,
give them credit, but
it all started back when with who was it?
oh, Kim.
Who's the blonde chick? Back in the
Oh,
day.
Paris Hilton.
Paris Hilton. Wasn't that like one of her good friends? Right,
Yeah,
people? That was
yeah.
like her good
They
friend.
have a picture of her like rubbing her feet on the internet. Remember?
I don't remember. I don't really keep up with.
I didn't
those
know
type
that
of
they were
shows.
friends. I never really.
But I think that's how they,
Paid
and I
attention.
mean, yeah, obviously, I mean, whatever they're doing, like, love them or hate them, they're doing their thing, and they're like the biggest icon in, pop culture, so yeah, shout out to them, and for whatever they, whatever good and bad they're doing, they're doing. But so we came across this picture, which, by the way, they thought that we were.
thought this was
Our
us.
crew here
Yeah.
thought that we were in among those pictures. I'm like, they called us, but
we weren't available.
we weren't
that day,
available
me and
because I had to
Linda,
do my show.
We figured let them have their moment. We'll let them, we'll give them time to shine again on their
But
own.
so they're absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, they do. Gorgeous.
They're beautiful. Even though I cannot keep up with Kim because
Her face just keeps changing.
No, her hair. Like I
that
change
too.
my hair all the time too.
Yeah,
but
you don't change your face. I mean,
I just
every
don't-
time I see this girl in a picture, though, her face is different.
no,
I mean,
the
I
one who
think
really
she was
changed
beautiful
is
in the beginning.
Chloe. Chloe really changed.
I mean, but what I don't understand, okay, so the thing I don't understand about this picture, because people have been saying, oh, look at Kylie, she's covering up, which I totally agree. I mean, in any other situation.
Oh, with the jean jacket.
Yeah, if anybody was talking about who, like, oh, she's got to be pregnant because she used to show off a lot of skin. She used to wear cute crop tops with
Okay.
sneakers and shit, but she now is, like, obviously covering herself up. Now, what I don't understand, though, whether she is or she isn't, it's her business if she wants to tell people she is or not.
Right.
Probably the longer she waits, the more money she'll make off of it. But what I think is funny is like Chloe and her aren't really that even far apart. And look at Chloe in the picture. Chloe's stomach is like completely flat. Like they took the pictures before she even found out, like before she even was pregnant. Not even
Right.
when she
Oh,
found out.
that's what probably happened.
Not
Yeah,
in this
that was-
picture. In the other picture, there she's holding her belly, so she could possibly be covering up her bump. But in the other picture, I mean, I'm sorry. Does it look like you're pregnant at 5
No.
months? 6?
Absolutely not.
If you're,
I was pregnant at 6 months, and there's no way that I look like that.
I'm saying. I mean, listen. There's just something to be said. I mean, they keep talking about Kylie being covered up. Like they're not. They're like a month apart, if anything. I think in their pregnancy. This thing keeps moving. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know what? Like I said, I don't really keep up with them. It was a shock to me. I think I just heard it maybe a couple of weeks ago that both of them were pregnant. I'm like, okay, so who? Like, I'm trying to figure out. I mean, I know Kim obviously is. She's not, and she just had her baby too, right? Via surrogate.
Yeah, surrogate.
Anyway, I don't know. Listen, blessings, good luck.
Do
I
you,
don't
baby
know.
boo?
I don't even know what to say, but
I mean, we talk about, things like that because it's in the media and it's entertainment. And this is like things like, I mean, you're making a name for yourself. You're putting yourself out there. I mean, when you start promoting yourself and doing ads and commercials and stuff like that, there are going to be people that scrutinize every little picture you do, every little thing you do.
absolutely.
Like they don't, people don't do it now. Obviously, that happens to anybody who puts themselves on social media and, puts themselves out there. So you just take the good with the bad. But
yeah,
in this
listen,
case, the Photoshop, they could have at least made Kylie not look like.
well, there was another picture. I know we don't have
Chloe
it to
not look
show.
like she was
they don't have it, but didn't they make also with a Jennifer Lopez photo where she's she's modeling for Guess Jeans now. So
oh my God, she looks awesome. I wish we had a picture of that.
But she was like
my hero.
With her back, and they were saying, or everybody was saying in the media that they photoshopped her butt to make it look. I'm like, how much more do you need to Photoshop her butt to look any more voluptuous than it does, But everybody, when you're out in the media, when you're in the public eye, when you're always going to be criticized, whether for the stupidest things. You can't control what people have to say. You just have to ignore or whatever it is, and so that's the whole trending thing with the Kardashians there and their beautiful photo.
Yeah, they look gorgeous.
Are you okay with it?
No, I don't know what's going on with this. I can't share the feed on my Facebook, so I'm gonna have to do it through my phone. Pardon me.
All righty. So, okay, moving along. Also, we touched the subject with the whole Women March that was going on.
Yeah. So that was the one thing, and I apologize because we couldn't show it. I don't know if anybody did get a chance to take a look about what I told you about the Women's March with Halsey.
Yeah, and you talked about that. She made this beautiful poem, and
yeah,
did anybody hear that? Did anybody hear her poem? Did everybody love it? Did everybody?
So. Anyway, we weren't able to show the video, but I mentioned to Linda how great it would have been to show that and talk about it. So, I mean, even though we can't show you, I wanted to just kind of tell you about it for a second, just so you can go maybe and search for it. It was just really powerful because, the Women's March, listen, I give so much credit to anybody who wants to go and do that and represent women. I'm a woman, so we obviously support anybody's decision to do that. I really didn't see much about it except for this one thing that I saw about Halsey, who is an up-and-coming artist.
She's
one of my
absolutely
favorites.
Fabulous. Oh, her music, I love it. Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you haven't heard of her, please check her out. You definitely have heard of her, though, because she does... we ain't never getting older. Look as good as the day I left you. I forget just what... So, you know her. Anyway, she did a poem she wrote at the march, and she basically... made the poem as if she was writing lyrics to a song, but without music and not using her singing voice, but using a speaking voice. So the
very
poem,
poetic,
very
one
poetic.
of those poetry cafes.
Yes, a lot of energy, a lot of emotion into this poem. And she talks about from when she was little and I guess started out with how people would look down on you for going to get an abortion at a clinic, but she was with her 14-year-old friend who was raped by somebody that
Wow,
was at an after school program, and then going on to her boyfriend when she was older, thought, if you're not having sex with me, then we're not, we shouldn't continue this. So bless you. So basically, the poem is just really.
Excuse me, my allergies are kicking in right now. Woo. Bad timing for my allergies.
Yeah, so basically, I wanted to talk about that, and I told you about it, and I think that anybody, especially women, should take a minute to just take a look at it because it's really inspiring. It's really beautiful, and it's so true. It's it doesn't matter. People are so quick to judge other people for what they do or how they are, or what they've done, or their sexuality, and it's not fair because as women, we're expected to be so much more than we allow ourselves to be. And she makes a good point in it. You don't know what somebody's been through or what they're going through, and especially when it comes to what's going on now with the Me Too movement and everything within Hollywood, the sexual harassment, which we've talked about before. It's you can't sit there and say that you've never been in an uncomfortable situation as a woman. I think that every single woman can say that she's been in a situation where a male made her feel uncomfortable, made her feel pressured to do something that maybe she didn't want to do, she didn't have to do, or didn't do at all. But, so yeah, I'm sad I couldn't show it because we were mentioning it, but you really have to take a second to take a look at it. So just check that out. The Women's March was on Saturday. And,
I know. I heard it's been a big phenomenon across, everywhere that is being held. You see it all over. So that's a great movement, and I'm so proud that. I guess that it's going stronger now, and I was just building and building, and we're taking over the world. Who runs the world?
Are. We really are.
Who runs the world?
Now that this is going on, I'm seeing so much more positive things going on. Women, this is the lowest percentage of unemployment we've had as women in ever.
Because you know why?
I think ever.
Because
In years.
as women, we have to stick together. Like, this is the whole women empowerment. Like, if we don't support each other, because obviously you see we're like in that different category that we've always been like that second class citizen type. But now if we stand up and say no, like we're equal, or you know, we want to be treated as equal, and if we don't have each other to build each other, like
We're never gonna be
we're
equal.
never, and all this you know, all this against and the hating against one and putting down one, and the, you know, that's, leave that behind. This is a new world. We're going into a new era where you really have to fight. You have to fight for your rights. You have to fight for, you know, your place. And if we have a lot of stupidity going around us, and ignorance, and you know,
negativity
and
energy.
negativity and all that, then what kind of women are you? You know, especially if you in the future, you know, are have kids or planning to have kids or have family members, and you want to be a positive role model and show that, you know, if we all stick together and we all support each other, you know, I think that's the main thing. I think we all, you know, us, one woman alone is powerful as it is, but imagine a whole, you know,
A bunch of us.
just like,
And you
we
can do
got
it
this,
in lots
you
of
know?
ways. You can do it by going to a women's march. You could do it by joining a club with women. You can do it just by being a good person to other women. And you know, social media plays a lot of those factors in too, because you know, social media gives everybody an opportunity to shine. Whether you're married and you take a nice picture, you know, of yourself with your husband or your kids, or you know, everybody has a platform on social media to kind of show who they are and what they represent. And you shouldn't hate or discriminate on other people for who they are, because we're not all the same. And do you want to really be the fucking same as everybody else? Like, so I just feel like the more positive energy and thoughts you have and feelings you put out there, like instead of hating on somebody, once you like their picture, you don't have to say anything. Instead of scrolling through and you saying like, how many times do you scroll through something and you like something but you still don't hit like?
Yeah. Oh, if they're on my feed, it's for a reason. So whether I like it or not, I'll just press like. Sometimes I don't even see what it is. I just press like just because, oh well, you posted it, you want people to like. So I'll, you know, I'm not one like, oh, I don't like, oh, what, you know, I just, oh, to each his own. I don't really look, and I don't really.
Yeah, but you see somebody that you support and somebody that you want to show support for,
Yeah.
or something that's interesting to you, and
Of course.
and you do that, and that's what you do, because you know, I know you, and being you do have a good heart and you're a good person, and you're not that
Thank
way,
you.
and you don't think that way. Well, I'm saying, like, as a woman, this is what we talk about. Like, that's why we, you know, when we linked up, it was such positive, you know, energy
course.
between us.
Absolutely.
And same with anybody else that we've worked with in the past, because I mean, we keep good people around for a reason. So
It's
that's
all about uplifting. I mean, I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't, you know, just to, you know, and we're not just talking about just the women in general. I mean, it's just the whole helping, whether you're a man or a woman, you know. I as a woman, I as a mother, and, you know, I that's, I guess, in my nature to just want to extend anything that I can help with, you know, I'll extend a helping hand, you know, whatever I can do. And I don't know it all, and I don't have all the answers, but maybe there's something that, you know, that you can learn from me, you know. I mean, I do know a little bit.
I love how you put that in there. I mean, I
do know a little
You
bit,
know a
but
lot.
anyway.
What are you talking about? You're an awesome chick, and you're very smart, and you know how to
thank
build
you.
yourself, and you know how to support other people, and that's
Thank you.
awesome. And
I
there should be
appreciate
a
it.
lot of people out there that are like that, because, you know, there's a lot of fucking sucky people out there. And I'm sorry I'm dropping the F-bomb a lot tonight. I'm just having one of those days.
Anyways,
Anyway.
moving on.
Moving along,
So,
as always.
We have, like I mentioned before, we have an exciting musical guest tonight. He goes by Coastal Wolf.
Coastal. Ow!
Yeah, nice.
I love wolves.
So we're gonna show a little clip so you can get familiar a little bit with his music, and he's gonna join us in. So let's check it out.
I don't wanna hurt you, but I think it's best if we said goodbye. It's not that I don't deserve you. Oh, I just found out that you belong to another guy, and I'm not the type to sit by on the sideline, sneaking around like I got something to hide. Oh, my pride is way too high for this shit. I don't want no part of it. Nah, I don't want no. I don't wanna.
I know. I left.
Hello.
Oh, hi. Welcome, welcome. Coastal Wolf.
Woo-hoo,
Congratulations.
that was
That was,
awesome.
yes, absolutely. So, first of all, I have to ask,
Yes.
where did that name come from?
It's a long story, but to make a long story short, I've always been a fan of like nature and animals and everything. So wolves were always kind of my favorite animal, and I'm kind of wolf-ish in the hair department. And I used to live in LA, so I was born in New York and lived in LA.
Okay.
So kind of like I was bi-coastal for a little bit, so it just kind of made sense.
Oh, wow.
Kind of like
Very-
when the wolves, they like went from one side of the country to the other back, and like Oregon Trail.
Back in the day.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
Oregon Trail, that's
Wow.
all you had to say.
Very interesting, very interesting.
Yeah, no, it's perfect.
So, is this what your acoustic all around? Is that you take your guitar everywhere?
Well, so it's the project itself is a full production project. I do the production with one of my friends who I've been recording with for the last couple of years. But when I play live, especially when doing something like this, I like to do an unplugged, like acoustic, broken down version.
Okay.
But like if you come see me live in my concerts, it's full production, and I just put together a live band. So I'm gonna
Okay.
have like a live band and the tracks and everything, and it's gonna be awesome.
That sounds good.
That is
Yeah.
great.
I mean, the video that we just saw is different
Yeah.
than the song that you're singing tonight, right?
Yes, yeah. So that video was the first song off the first project, like the first EP I ever released as Coastal Wolf last year. And the song I'm playing today is my first single that I'm releasing since that. So it's the first song I wrote in over a year. that I'm
Awesome.
putting out.
Well, it sounds great. I mean,
Well,
you're
thank you.
definitely very talented.
Thank you.
Songwriter and guitar player, singer.
Oh
You have
yeah.
a very nice voice. What
Yeah, many
what got
trades.
you started? Where did you start off doing this? What made you say I really want to do that? And who was your inspiration for it?
I remember when I was a little babe, I was like 4 or 5 years old. My mom came home with a Michael Jackson record. I think it might have been.
Everyone started with Michael Jackson. He was like the trending of all.
It was.
yeah.
I think it was
Michael's
bad.
the man.
And I remember I put it in, and I would just listen to it, and it blew me away. And I was like, oh my God, this is what I want to do and what I want to be. So I remember I bought a little sparkly glove.
I was
and
gonna say,
put
did you
on
get the
little-
glove? Did you get the jacket? Did you
Oh,
put the
yeah.
little curl down?
Oh yeah, I had the little Jerry curl going. And
Nice.
so I just started doing little shows for myself and at my house and stuff, and just fell in love with singing. And since then, I've been waiting for the opportunity to do my own thing, and now I'm doing it.
All right, definitely. So, what would you consider your style to be? What is the
So it's definitely like a mold. It's a couple different genres fused into one. But I actually got put on a Spotify playlist, like a pretty big Spotify playlist, when I dropped my first EP called Future Alternative.
okay?
And I really like that name because, obviously, alternative music is, it's like the alternative to pop. It's like the underground, mainstream kind of.
Yeah.
And Future kind of explains the production because it's like the futuristic electronic production. So I really like to go with that. But in layman's terms, it's like R&B, pop, hip hop fusion, I would say.
Nice. Well, that's
Nice
I mean,
eclectic,
that works today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. So, you're always solo?
Always solo. I will, like I said before.
Why are you all the way back there? I'm
I
like
don't know.
trying
I feel
to.
like I like
feel
kind of hanging back.
I'm like-
there. I
like my
feel a
neck-
whole
I'm like-
time.
we're like trying- we're like-
yeah, like hi, like.
It's alright.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of going.
Show
Gotcha,
off
gotcha,
the
gotcha.
chest hair. He wants
Hey,
Bobby.
I got a little.
Bobby likes chest hair.
Thanks,
I
Bobby.
think it was more for the microphone.
I know. I was kidding. You know what I have to do always.
Yeah, thanks for making it weird.
That's what I do. I make everything weird. I'm weird.
But no, I'm pretty. The project is a solo project, but for live instances, I'll have the band and production tracks behind me.
Okay.
But it is just me.
Trying to get everybody in here.
Yeah.
Hi, she was meow. Hi. I have mine over here. Hi. Hi, boo.
Hi, Boo.
Hi, boo. Say hi. So, what's the next step now? What's you have a concert coming on?
So the song I'm playing tonight, like I said, was the first new single I've released since my first EP, and that's going to be the first of a handful of singles I'm going to release before the full length comes out.
Okay.
So I'm doing a full length album. I'm hoping to get it out by like the end of the summer.
Okay.
So I'm going to I have this first song called Skin and Bones. Then I have another song set to come out at the end of February that I'm pairing with a music video. And then I have another single coming out like March, April, and then I'm just going to push and push into the album.
Absolutely. Now, you're saying that you're going to push and push. Are you consider yourself an indie artist?
Definitely. Yeah. Right now I'm independent. I have like a little team that I work with, my producer, and kind of like a makeshift manager, this guy who's been kind of giving me some good guidance for the last year or so. And, I'm looking to kind of build a little team. I would love to do it independently. I feel like in the music industry now, especially, the money is with the people that can build their own brand and do it themselves. So I'm trying to avoid, obviously, it's going to be hard for me to say that if and when I ever get in a situation where a record label's like, hey, we love you, here's X, Y, Z.
I don't think
it's
so.
It's going to be almost impossible to be like, hey, you know what, I'm going to do it myself. But the idea is to do it
But
myself.
that's, a lot of people are doing that these days. We talk about it all the time, how great social media is and the internet and everything to help people really just, blow themselves up. Because, back in the day, I have a really good friend of mine. He's my mentor, Mark Mendoza. Love you, man. He's from Twisted Sister. He's a bass player. And he talked about how back in the day, like, they used to perform all over Long Island. Every club, every gig they could do, they would do little coffee shops. Anything they could do to put themselves out there. And
all about the hustle.
You couldn't really get out there unless a team or, a management team picked you up.
Yeah.
Or a record label.
There was no going viral back then. It was you had to do it yourself and hit the road. And
we have such an advantage as indie artists these days.
But it does and it doesn't in a way. So you have all this, the whole social media now, which is what social media was a platform to build and network and try, But then now it's like the record industry, the record label industry is just getting smaller.
Yeah.
It's like very particular. Or who they looking at, how they sign it, so it's just like totally changed. The way it was just like, you come up, you have a product, you have an artist, this is what they have, or do we like it? The panel, and okay, sign here, sign the contract, X amount of, Now it's just like it's either they're hardly doing that, or you just do what do you like? Some kind of a marketing type of, just back me up here for this, just for that one thing. It's just totally changed. So you feel like you have to depend sort of on social media because as an indie artist, like where else, like where did back then did all the indie artists, what did they depend on when they didn't have,
they were all foot soldiers, they had to just travel and go and push themselves and as many people as possible.
Yeah, performing, just traveling and performing.
I kind of miss that way in a way. Like I love social media, don't get me wrong, and I love all of this and to get your story and yourself out there, it's great, but like I miss the organic way a little bit. I was on the cusp of it. I was in a band like 10 years ago as like the cell phone social media rise was right before it hit.
Yeah.
And we were able to get out and travel and play and meet people and like we built this organic fan base.
Well, you know what? For somebody that it's in your category where you can just pick up your guitar and go, and that is great because you basically can just walk up the street anywhere and just plot yourself down here and sing or listen, can I sing in this coffee shop tomorrow? Just for like you can put, but a lot of artists like including us, which we're in that pop or EDM genre. Like usually, we don't go around with a guitar or something. We usually end up, nowadays, it's not even, everything is so technology now.
Like I could plug, is there somewhere I could plug my MP3 into?
Exactly.
But not even that. Before, at least we had
we
had the options of when we give us CDs, they don't even take CDs anymore, especially with the DJs nowadays. But everything has to be USB. And
it's
you're
like here's like the snap code it, and
exactly, so it's just like the technology is just getting a little bit more complicated. So it tends to get a little bit, just even harder to try and so you have to kind of like. Just think outside the box.
I think that we should just pick up tambourine and we can walk into places with that.
Yeah, you think so? Okay.
You can create like mini
MD you don't really need to know much to play the tambourine. I'm sure someone that plays the tambourine is gonna call me out right now. But I'm just saying, like that's one instrument I would have loved to have learned is the guitar. Besides the piano, the guitar and the piano.
Piano's the one I'm like I know basic rudiment.
I
piano,
could
but
do my
always
fingers.
wanna-
I actually
yeah,
made my
yeah.
own song, but
Little
I just have my
chopsticks.
2 fingers that I use.
Well,
Or
I,
four,
I
give me 4.
absolutely, you know, and now, and I'm gonna call her out, and I'm gonna put her on the spot, but it's
Uh-oh.
because I have to. So my daughter, you know, she's an amazing, amazing singer. Like
Awesome.
something you've never even heard. This is, I'm talking like Janis Joplin type of, you know.
I love
and she's
that.
only, you know, 18, but she also plays the guitar.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm having a hard time getting her to really get into it. Like, take it with you. You know, if people ask you, let me hear, you know, I know she's trying to come out of her shell a little bit, but
Yeah.
like her 2 guitars are like on the wall in her room, and you'll hear her once in a while, but I'm like, oh, what I would do anything
To have what you have
even learn a couple of chords just to, you know, and I just try to keep
My brother had one and drum set and everything in the basement. When I was growing up, I wasn't allowed to touch it. I'd go down there and fuck with it, but when he came home, like, I was not near that thing. And I regret it. I wish I always did too. And she's has an advantage, but she is
Definitely.
young. And when you're young like that, I mean, there's a lot of kids out there that have so much talent. Like, I'll tell you, like, if I knew now what I knew when I was younger, when I was living with my parents, when I
Rule the world.
didn't have to spend, I could take the time and my money to go and do a lot more, I would have done it like years ago. And I did here and there, but my attention was always more so like, where am I going to go tonight? What are my friends doing?
Right,
And I
of
was working.
course.
I've been
That's-
working
that's
since I
what
was
happens.
13. So I've always had a job, went to school, and when it got to a certain age, I moved, and my whole life changed. It was like,
Right.
when things, like when my mom passed away, that's when like I really had to pick up the ball and take care of myself.
Right.
So everything that I wanted and all my dreams kind of went on the back burner, but I did whatever I could. I waited till, waited tables till 12:30 at night, and I'd go to the
yeah.
studio till 4 in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'd do it
absolutely.
all again the next day. And it's tough, but it's like, some people just have more of a drive and have more of a will to do it and to get it done. And if you could do that, I give you a lot of credit, because you can't do it all. You really can't. But
can't,
you
but
definitely
we're-
do what you.
But as
what you can.
but as indie artists, like, we feel like if we don't do it, it's like, who else is gonna do it? Because
Yeah.
there's nobody, unless you have to have. Tell me if I'm right or wrong.
you're right.
You have to have a budget. You have to have a budget for
need the
everything.
money. Money,
so
unfortunately, makes
yeah,
the world
so
go
if
round.
you don't have a budget to pay that one to do this for you, or
Mm-hmm.
that one and that one, then then you're left by yourself, because as indie artists is usually regular folks, working middle. We don't
Mm-hmm.
have that budget to be paying everyone and everything for that you have to do. So you end up taking a lot of tasks on your own, and you kind of do the best you can, how you
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
hopefully it comes to a point where, like, you built enough and you've done enough that then hopefully somebody will come along and say, you know what, I'll take over.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Everybody wants
That's
to take
always
over.
the point you want to get to. I mean, it takes, you got to put yourself in that position by doing what you just said, by working and grinding.
So,
and going.
so Justin, you have a couple of fans here. We have Patricia from Long Island.
Okay.
He's like, "What's up, Justin?"
What's up?
And then we have JP, who's saying that the food was great food in the service, and he wants to know, are you guys going to collaborate? Oh, well,
Uh-oh.
we can talk about that. We can definitely talk about that. Thanks for inquiring about that.
I'm in.
But
Always in.
yeah, there's always listen, when you meet up with different isn't that the case when you meet up with other artists, and there's
Of course.
always potential, and the meeting and the different types of music that you can bring together, and you're always like I'm always music happy. Like, I'm always into music. I'm always coming out, and I'm always inviting everyone to my home, only because I'm like, oh my God, we can totally jam out. I have a recording studio in my home.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, you can totally come over to my house. We can totally do this. We can totally do that. Like, it'll be, So, and it doesn't even matter who it is. I'm just like, it could be from every genre. It could be, hip hop. It could be rock. It could be, and it's just like, music is music. And I just love to hear every, so I embrace everyone. It's like, yeah,
Agreed.
let's just,
I think the trick is collaborating with people outside your genre too, because it just broadens your own horizons. And introduces you to networks you never would normally be in. And it's
Absolutely.
very smart to spread your brand like that.
Because I feel like you need to start thinking outside the box.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Almost everything has been done, so you got to really
everything,
try and
and
figure
it's
out what
so
hasn't.
cliche, and it's so like, okay, it's been done. All right,
Mm-hmm.
what's new? So when you start thinking, I don't know, of other ways that you would never think it would work, and next thing you know, it's like, boom, I never thought it worked. But if you don't try it, like it's like, what do you lose by trying? You don't lose
Nothing.
anything. I feel like if you don't do anything, you lose, because there might have been an opportunity.
Yeah, it's
you
always
know?
the what if. You don't
Right,
want that.
so-
You don't want the what if factor.
So if you don't try it, then you're losing out of what could have been. But if you try it and nothing, and you don't lose anything, you're trying and you keep trying, and I don't know,
Oh, yeah.
you keep going, and right.
I just love to
I like
sing.
this, yeah.
Even if I just go to karaoke, I swear it's like it gives me such like a euphoric feeling. Like I don't know. I like singing in front of people, and I like singing on my own. And I always feel like when I get in the studio, that's when not that. I just feel like I have to do something and not like I want to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so it doesn't, I feel like, come out the same. And that's why I always get discouraged with myself when I record, because I feel like I'm putting too much pressure on myself to do the right thing. And
There's a lot of restrictions in the studio, because
yeah,
it's like
and you
you're.
hear everything, and you're kind
Yeah.
of like, oh my God, now I feel like I sound like shit.
Oh yeah.
But
Right, the
I'm great.
headphones,
Like
it's
I love
nothing on it.
I love a microphone. I love singing with like somebody that's playing an instrument, and
Oh yeah.
I don't do it. When you don't get to do it a lot and you like to do it, it's like, damn it. So like, I give you guys credit, because
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
definitely not at that point right now.
I've only done karaoke 2 times in my whole life.
Really?
And I've sang for maybe 15 years.
Well, that's
Wow,
I-
look at that.
see, because you're doing other things
No,
other than
I know.
karaoke.
Even like for some reason, like, and this is so bizarre, I
I
could.
gave up my karaoke actually. So.
Ugh,
I
I
Like
don't
a
know
cameo.
why. Why would you give up karaoke?
Not
That's your
giving
thing,
it up.
that's your
Like I don't
thing.
have time for it. I don't have time for it. I'm
Ain't
too
nobody
busy.
got
I'm
time for
busy.
It's
not
so
like
it's so funny, because that's the way we are. Like, I can just come out, I don't know, of recording or making a song. I'm in the middle of dropping a single, and then she's like, "Come on, let's, I'm gonna do karaoke," and then I'll go with her, and she like totally blows everybody out of the water, and
yeah.
I'm just like
You walk
there
up, you're
sitting
like, "Oh,
down.
no."
I'm like, I'm not going after her, like, and they're like,
It's-
"Well,
Like the
aren't you a
showstopper
singer?
karaoke
Didn't
girl."
you just come out with a song? And aren't you?" I'm like, "Yeah, but." It's like different when
I
you're
get
like
nervous going up karaoke.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's like you're. It's
I'm like, shit,
But
you
different.
that's the
sing, I'm
thing
like, this
about
isn't me.
this, and that's the thing. I was never good. Like, when I tried out for American Idol, like, I don't know, 12 years ago or some
Okay.
shit. I was 21 years old. I tried out for American Idol, and I'll never forget that they told me I was great. They were like, "You are amazing, but you need to work on your stage presence." And I was like, "Well, I mean, put me in the show, and then I'll work on it."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come on.
That's
like,
exactly what you
common
should have
sense,
said.
Common
She should have
sense.
said that.
So it was at the end of the day. I literally was there like 12 hours, and
Yeah.
I
I
think
hear
they
those
were
days
just,
were
by
long.
that time they were just like, "No, we don't have any more."
Yeah.
But anyway, so I started going to karaoke just to get used to singing in front of people and
course.
feeling comfortable and knowing my range, because I never took vocal lessons. My family didn't have the money to do that with me. I didn't spend my own money on it. I just taught myself to sing. I listen to music. Music is my life, and I just went to karaoke, got used to singing in front of people. So that was my way of getting comfortable.
For sure.
And so that's why I say, like, when I sing in front of people, I feel like it's easier for me, or it's like I feel more comfortable than when I go into a studio and I'm by myself in a box and
Yeah.
I'm being recorded and somebody's like, "Well, do this," or like, "Do this with your voice," or "Do that," and like you kind of feel a little bit more pressure. But I mean,
Definitely.
both feelings are. I mean, when you love.
But isn't like who is it? Sia, who she
Oh,
doesn't
she won't
like
show her
she
face.
won't show her face or
Yeah.
something like
Have
that.
to,
Singing
listen,
like I don't know if
she's
that was just a
ridiculous.
gimmick or like.
I always wondered the same thing. I think it's just like a genius gimmick, but maybe she has some like crippling
It is a
anxiety.
genius
and-
I mean,
yeah.
listen, everyone gets butterflies when they go on stage. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, like, especially anticipation of going on. Like, everybody gets nervous. I get nervous. I get,
What's your
but-
What's your before the show like? What do you do before you go on a show? Like, what's your way to like shake the jitters off?
Yeah. you
No,
just,
what's
like-
your routine? Like, what do you do?
I really don't.
Both of you.
I don't have any. I just like wait around and like I'm anxious and I'm with
I
my
have a drink.
I was
camera.
about to
I
say,
have a
think
hot toddy.
Alcohol
Right at
is
the
You know
definitely
what?
my
I don't
for sure
do that
pre-show.
only because I'm afraid that what if if I start drinking too early, what if I go on stage
You'll be
and I
drunk.
don't
You'll
like
say,
stuff
"Fuck
like
it."
that. Yeah.
Nobody.
I don't know.
You won't,
like,
you
I'm
won't
not gonna-
realize.
I'm not even gonna perform well. I might slurring my words, like, so I try to stay away from alcohol before I do a performance.
Well, the hot toddy is good. Well, the
Hot
hot
toddies
toddy
are
is
great.
good for your
That's
voice,
fantastic.
and it loosens you up a little bit
what?
without
Yeah.
getting you drunk. A hot toddy.
It's
What is a hot
tea
toddy?
with whiskey and honey.
So it's
see,
good for
I-
your
Very-
vocals,
very
and
good.
it's good to like kind of give you that like that goose fraba, they call it, like you just in mellow.
You just kind of go in it.
Without fucking you up, you're not like
All
gonna
right,
get
well,
lit.
I'm gonna have to try that.
Get
'cause
lit.
We're not telling you to sit at the bar, Linda, and like down a Cosmo.
well, they see now
Or
we're
two.
talking. Now we're
Yes,
talking.
yes,
But
Cosmos.
all right, so Bobby, you think we can show that video one more time? So we'll see what we while he gets set up to play, we can
Yeah,
listen
we're
to
gonna
him.
have you perform now.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
before we go, don't we want to just ask you where's your social media, where people could check you out, your social media and
Oh
everything?
yeah, it's all simple. It's the same thing. It's like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. It's all just Coast L Wolf. It's Coast L Wolf, all one word.
Coast L Wolf. Guys, check him out. He's really great. He's going to perform his new song right now, and I've heard it, and it's awesome. So
Yeah.
definitely make sure you check him out. So in the meantime, while you go get set up, you said, right, we're going to get Bobby, our
Yeah, to
handy
play the
dandy
video that way for all
engineering
those who
voice.
are.
Oh, Bobby, there you are. Hi.
Can Jason play that
Coming
video?
out from the shadows.
I don't wanna hurt you, but I think it's best if we said goodbye. It's not that I don't deserve you. Oh, I just found out that you belong to another guy. And I'm not the type to sit by on the sideline, sneaking around like I got something to hide. Oh, my pride is way too high for this shit. I don't want no part of it. Nah, I don't want no. Ooh, ooh, I don't wanna.
Just, doing the same thing as you. Our Instagrams are Instagramming each other.
We be live? All right. I say I'm leaving, don't mean I'm leaving you breathless. 'Cause love makes me restless, and I don't see the incentive. Why do you have to hear that from me? Can we just chill and make love problem free? Yeah, we don't have to explain it, 'cause then it gets hard to contain it. So hold up, don't rush. I just wanna make your bed right, yeah. I'm not trying to make it hard stop. No, don't tell me who I am not. Just tell me if I hit the right spot. 'Cause you know, you know, you know, you know. 'Cause you know, my blood runs cold like ocean water, like skin and bones. In December, I remember my lips, they spoke words like daggers into your throat. Got no heart, just skin and bones. No heart, just skin and bones. No heart, just skin and bones. The truth hurts, but it gets worse. I broke a few hearts, you won't be the first or the last one, 'cause I ain't done. Papa was a rolling stone and I'm his son. You got me sinning with pretty women, told you how I was living since the beginning. And now you wanna cry me a river. My heart's so cold and my body shivering, 'cause my blood runs cold like ocean water, like skin and bones. In December, I remember my lips they spoke some words like daggers into your throat. I got no heart, just skin and bones. I got no heart, just skin and bones. No heart, just skin and bones. Oh, no, no. Got no heart, just skin and bones. Cause my blood runs cold like ocean water, like skin and bones. In December, I remember my lips, they spoke some words like daggers into your throat. Got no heart, just skin and bones. No heart, no heart. I got no heart, just skin and bones. No heart, no heart. No heart, just skin and bones. Hey. Thank you, thank you.
Was amazing. You are fantastic.
Love it.
Here we go.
Thank you guys.
You don't have another one?
Uh-huh.
I could probably do another one. It's totally up to you guys.
Do we have time for another one? He's gonna grace us with another one.
Hey.
Yay!
You gotta do
Definitely,
one
we
more.
want to hear some more. We want more. Encore.
All right. Let's figure out. Let's figure out what I'm gonna do.
Cause it's us.
That's Wolf Mama.
Wolf Mama.
Wolf Mama. Woo.
I do the
Oh,
wolf.
I didn't mean it like that. Oh, you guys are bad.
Sorry, Janessa's family watching.
It's a family show.
This is gonna be the second song I'm gonna release after. Well, Skin and Bones is out now, so it's on Spotify and Apple Music and all that fun stuff. But this is a song called Dark Liquor. All right, we're gonna do this. She was wearing red, and I was drinking black. Her eyes were saying yes. Can't hold this fire back, no. The world tipped in my head, left everything unsaid, and we crashed onto the bed. No need to take our time, no. So she was dancing to Spotify with a bass rocked, and we were drunk as fuck on a Tuesday at 8 o'clock. And she came close to tearing my face off. No more thinking, just keep drinking the dark liquor. We're drinking dark, dark. And she's a hard hitter, but she's the truth, 100 proof. And it's not always easy to have good behavior. I hear your body call, defenses fall, and you keep on handing me alcohol. Yeah, baby, but when are you gonna learn that me and you never work? And one of us always ends up with our feelings hurt. But fuck this shirt, and fuck your dress, let's just fuck. Fuck what's next, no, no, baby. Cause she was dancing to Spotify with a bass rocked, and we were drunk as fuck on a Tuesday at 8 o'clock. And she came close to tearing my face off. No more thinking, just keep drinking that dark liquor. We're drinking dark, dark liquor, no, oh. And she's a hard hitter, cause she's the truth, 100 proof. And we could talk about it in the AM, or we don't need to worry about it till then. Oh, save it for the AM, for the AM. Oh, baby. Oh, we can talk about it in the AM. We don't need to worry about it till then. No. Ooh, save it for the AM, for the AM. Ooh, oh, baby. Thank you.
Wow, that was amazing. Actually, I love that one.
Hey.
Yay. I love it. That's absolutely love it. Hello?
Thank
Mic check. Anyway. Well,
Sorry for the
thank you
dirty,
so much,
dirty
Coastal Wolf. You were amazing. So tell them one more time where they can find you.
They can find me everywhere. Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud. It's just Coast L Wolf.
And your new single is out now, and it's called
Skin and Bones. Skin plus bones.
Skin Plus Bones. Yeah, hear that?
Plus sign.
All right. So everyone, thank you so much for joining us here at Could Be You TV. Check us out on our Facebook. Like the Could Be You TV page, as well as on Instagram. Follow me on Linda Lynn. And thank you all for joining us both on Facebook Live and on my Instagram. So thank you so much. I love you all, and I'll see you next week. Bye.